Hey there everyone, Vanessa here. Um, Ready to show you guys another scrapbook layout that I made. This one is about me and my husband. Um, it was during um, 2011, before I had my kids, and we were at a, I don't know what you call it, like a gathering. I don't know. It's called March for Jesus, and it's something that a local church does here in my hometown, and we were honored to perform that day um, with my sister-in-law Nikki. And so I decided to scrap about it because I don't think I have any scrapbook pages about this particular day. I've got pictures, like I've put the pictures up around my house, but so the collection I'm using is the Teresa Collins 9 and Company, and I'm using that music note paper. It was ripped, so I decided to cut it in half. And also, I really wanted to use that star stencil. So I decided, instead of adding more, I don't want to say craziness, but more texture or craziness, it's the only way I can describe it, onto that notebook paper, or not notebook, music note paper. I figured I would just cut it in half and put the stars on the opposite side. Here I wanted to make the stars gold, so I was adding some gold paint, but it didn't shine through that texture paste. So here I'm using some eyeshadow from the dollar store, and I made a spray mist using that, and it's really shiny and I love it, but it didn't show up in the texture paste as well. So I just abandoned that idea and I just added it, and it's a little off-white now, the stars are, but it's not so noticeable that I was upset about it. As you can see, I used it, so it came out alright. I also tried to sprinkle a little bit of that eyeshadow on top of the stars to see if I could smoosh it in there and have it lay on top, but it would have took too much of the eyeshadow to cover it, and it was getting too messy, and I was already a little frustrated with it not working out for me. So I moved on. So as that texture paste dries, I'm going to create my photo mat / other side of the layout. I'm just adding this purple cardstock to the back of that music note paper, and to tone down that black of the music notes, I added that sheet of vellum from American Crafts. Cut down my paper, or not my paper, sorry. Don't know what I want to say half the time, but I cut down my photos, and I'm adding those little cards from the cut apart sheet, and I really love that quote. As soon as I saw it and realized, I was like, ooh, this quote is going with this page, because it says, "The things you are passionate about are not random, but they are your calling." And I really feel that about my husband and his music, and whether I'm a part of that or not, I mean, I'll always be a part of it, whether I'm on stage with him or, supporting him backstage. I really do feel that that is his calling, it's his heart, and he loves it, and it makes him happy, and I love it too, that it makes him happy. So I thought that fit so perfect. And also, this We Are Memory Keepers chalkboard 6x6 pad. I'm in love with that. I'm just in love with it. That paper there, it says, you know, spread your wings, and fly. Let's go be adventurous. Live your dreams and stuff like that. So I thought it was very inspirational, and it fit very well with this layout because it's all about, you know, his dream and his passion and, you know, our love for doing the Lord's work. So I thought that was great. So I'm just adding that. I don't end up using these tags. I don't know why I'm having trouble adding tags. When I first got this collection, it was so easy. I used tags, I think, on almost every layout. I don't know, every other layout, something like that. And I was able to use them a lot, and I was getting really into tags, but now it's a little bit harder for me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just thinking of other things as I make these layouts. I don't know. But I want everything to be more square and rectangular nowadays. So I'm adding this gold paper. I love the shininess, and I love it. And this little mini calendar. I don't highlight a day because actually I don't remember the exact day that we performed. I just know the year, and I know it was in the summer, probably around June or July or something like that. Most likely July, but like I said, I don't know the exact date. Yeah, I make a huge mistake right now. I practice writing what I wanted to. It's the title, well, it's not the title of the layout, but for this banner, I wanted it to say March for Jesus 2011 because that was the event in the year. And I hand wrote it. And I don't think it looks bad. I would probably cover that well, you see I try and cover that 2011 up, but it just ends up not fitting where I originally thought I was going to put it. So it was a waste of paper because I wrote on it. So in the end, I still use that banner because the whole layout is purple and green, and that's my only green banner, and I needed it. But I had to, you know, work really hard to cover up that March for Jesus that I wrote down. And so you'll see that. It'll come up again later on in the layout towards the end. So now I'm just, you know, making a mat for that quote because I want it to stand out because it's just so perfect. And I'm placing that down. And now I'm going to place that photo mat on the page because the stars are dry. I think I hit my camera there. Lining that up. Yep. It's a very straightforward process. And I don't have a lot of collections as far as paper and embellishments goes. I'm really excited because hopefully tomorrow, which is Monday, no, tomorrow's Sunday, but on Monday, 2 days from now, I should be getting 2 packs of embellishments from Freckled Fawn, and I'm so excited because I'm very new to scrapbooking, and all I've really collected are like thickers and a bunch of paper, and I've neglected embellishments, and I love them so much. So um, yeah, I'm really excited. I love having them pre-made. I mean, I can make embellishments, and I use like my memorabilia that I collect throughout my day, or you know, things that I get. But a lot of times they're not very versatile as far as any layout that I want. It's usually stuff that I get from clothes or my kids' stuff, or I don't know. I got a lot of Spider-Man and Ninja Turtle stuff, so that, I mean, I guess I could have made it work, but because the green, but yeah, no. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully on Monday, get some wood veneer and a whole bunch of awesomeness. Oh, I'm so excited. Um, but yeah, I I ran off on a tangent on that one. But what I think I was going with that was I don't really have a lot of um, paper collections, so when I use the Teresa Collins stuff, it's really easy, or the layouts come together rather quickly because everything um, coincides with each other, or I don't know what type of word I'm trying to use here, but it all works well and it looks good together. So it's really easy for me to find stuff to just, place that there, or put it together, whatever, and it works. I'm still learning how to mix and match different collections, and stuff, and convincing myself that the greens and the colors that I use don't have to be exactly the same shade and still look good. I don't know why I had a problem with that, but I'm teaching myself that it's okay, that it looks good still, even if the shades are different, and it actually looks better, I think, if you have multiple shades of that color, of a certain color, like with the greens. Victor's shirt is different shade of green, the arrows are a different shade, darks and lights, so they all are different, but it's still green and it still looks good. So teaching myself different things, and becoming flexible. I have to be flexible. Yeah, if I wasn't flexible, I don't think I would ever get through a layout. So adding these little arrows to fill in that spot there. Yeah, I try and take that off, but I forgot that I used hot glue, or maybe I didn't use hot glue at that time, but it was really sticky stuff, whatever was on the bottom of that, and it wasn't coming up. So I'll just leave it, like I said, convincing myself everything doesn't have to be perfect and straight, and it still looks great. So now I'm deciding about where I'm going to put my title, and this is my little 3-ring binder of stickers and letter stickers and just all that stuff that I don't need to be in a drawer anymore. I even have some rub-ons in there. But I think I'm going to have to change that soon, because that poor 3-ring binder is getting full. And it struggles. Yeah, it's busting at the seams there. So here I'm making my title. I love those stickers. I can't remember who makes them, but I believe I got them at Michael's. They were on sale one day. So I grabbed 2 packs because I knew I would love them. They're nice and big and they're scripty and I like it. I like it a lot. My title is going to be Marchin' for the Lord. And those gold scripty letters, I love those too. Those are great. So pretty. So here I stick down that L and I'm like, yep, that's not going to work because the golds are practically the same and you lose the letters in there. So I add a purple square and I like it too because it adds an extra layer that's on that, you know, I'm going to call it a photo block because that whole side, you know, holds my photos. So it worked out in the end. So I'm very indecisive with these letters and I end up sticking them on some plastic because I just kept moving them around and I knew eventually they were going to lose their stickiness and I didn't want to have to glue them because I'm a little lazy sometimes. There I go, sticking it on that plastic. That way I can, you know, figure out exactly where I want it and then stick it down. So now I'm going to add my second part for the Lord, or well, for the, in these block letters. Gonna move those around a little bit. A little bit there, yep. Gotta get that spacing right. So on this day, yeah, I wanted to add some green wood. Why did you write on it? That's what I'm saying in my mind. So on that day, it was really awesome because, you know, before we performed our song, my husband gave his testimony, you know, and spoke a little bit. And I remember that one of my friends from high school, her mom came up and the girl ended up leaving because, you know, she was a little emotional or whatever, but her mom ended up coming up to me and Victor and was like, wow, you know, what you said, it really touched my daughter and, you know, keep doing what you're doing. And it was very encouraging and it was really awesome to see God use Victor's, you know, his testimony and his talent and his gift, you know, to touch someone else's life. And I don't know exactly, you know, what she was feeling because, like I said, she left, so we didn't get time to actually talk with her that day, and we're not really close anyways, but it was really awesome just to know that God used that moment to, you know, plant a seed in someone's heart. And you know, it's so awesome when God can use, you know, us in his, you know, I don't know, it's that higher purpose situation. So, because I feel like we're so, you know, insignificant and, you know, we think that our words, it's just life, you know, that's just what we go through, it's just what happens on a regular day-to-day basis. But when you let it out and you tell people about it, it touches them in a special way. You know, God uses your words to bless someone else, and I think that is amazing, and it's, I don't know, it's undescribable. I can try and describe it, but I'll be here all day rambling. So now I'm bringing some of that color up into the upper right corner, and I want to use that banner. So I'm going to try my very hardest to get these banners to cover up those words. So I realize I'm going to need another strip, so I use I believe it's called a branding strip from the paper, the 12 by 12 sheet, and I just make another banner out of that. Excuse me. And I add that on there. I end up having to take this, I try to make it work, but there was just too much. I wanted the, what is that, the string to go above all of the banners and everything, kind of like it was holding it all down, and I just couldn't get it to fit under there. I couldn't slide all of that paper under there, so I have to rip it up. And I'm not really, it's not, it makes it sound so mean, like, oh, I have to rip it up, but I just pull it off. There, that sounds better. Pull it off and stick everything down. I really like how that little cluster came out. I add that little arrow too. Put it off to the side. And this is something too, teaching myself how to embellish with, with paper, because a lot of times, oh, I think my sun is up. I'll say this really quick before I go. A lot of times I feel like I need to have like a die cut or a 3D something to embellish, but these flags here are perfect to add like a little cluster of embellishment, and it's not really anything serious. So, for all you other scrapbookers out there who are new like me, don't be afraid to just add a bunch of paper and consider that an embellishment. So I gotta go, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? I was gone so long. Yep, so now I'm doing my journaling. Just gonna finagle that piece of cardstock there so it fits nicely. I'm gonna turn it into a banner, and I'm gonna use my amazing white gel pen. Like I said, I love that thing so much, and I just love how opaque it is. I'm on the hunt for a really nice opaque white stamp. I think it's a stamp. No, ink. For a white, like an opaque ink that's white, that looks just like this gel pen. Because if I could find, well, I guess I haven't really been looking for it really hard, but I want it into my, into my stuff. So, alright, so here's my stills. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe. See you later. Bye.